back to being extremely cold. But that's all right. It's only March 2nd. It's supposed to come in like a lion and go out like a lamb. Speaking of lion, this is why nobody likes or trusts the FBI, because they're constantly lying. Now, it's interesting because we had that deadline, you know. Pam Bondi said, hey, 8 a.m., deliver this stuff. And she hasn't said a thing. What's stupid is we know that Kash Patel and her, they're both fully aware of podcasting. I mean, like, somebody like Christopher Wray, and even going back to 2017 when he came in, he could very easily get away with not being involved with a podcast because he's just like a stuffy old lawyer dude who's not doing that. But Kash Patel was all over every podcast in the world talking about how he was going to make FBI headquarters into a deep state museum on the first day. And obviously, I don't think too many people took that exactly literally. But the point is, all that tough talk and then you show up and do nothing, you sort of instantly lose cred. And the fact that they didn't release these documents or have any kind of like comprehensive tweet or some kind of video. Look at how Pete Hegseth is trying to sort of change the nature of the Secretary of Defense role by having a more podcast style dialogue with people where he's merging his skill as a media, news guy with the role of Secretary of Defense, which makes sense. As technology advances, people want to know what the hell is going on. But no, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, nothing to say to us. You know what's interesting? Somebody sent me, see, it's super windy. Somebody sent me Kash Patel's, his financial disclosures, I guess from, when you work for the FBI, you have to tell them all this stuff. But somebody sent the financial disclosures, and it was talking about all these different things he earns money from. And there's one thing called like O&1 or something like that, which is some kind of communications company that one of the people on the board of his Kash Foundation, they're all involved with this. He has a nonprofit Kash Foundation, but then it hires this marketing company, O&1, and pays it, 70% of the nonprofit money that it takes in. That might not be, not 70% to that one entity, but the way most of these nonprofits work is that they create a nonprofit to do whatever thing. Lawsuits that are just and fair for people that can't get them. Okay, you're a nonprofit. Funnel $1 million to that. Spend $600,000 or $700,000 on marketing services and podcasting appearances and whatever the hell they're spending their money on to companies that they all own. So it just, look, I don't know if that's illegal, but it looks very shady to me. It looks like a small scale version of the same exact thing we're complaining about everybody else doing. And so, I don't know, when we start to see promises made, promises not kept, I become very suspicious of what the hell is going on. It's pretty interesting to observe. Laura posted that Pam Bondi blocked her on X. That was pretty damn funny. I mean, by the way, what the hell is Pam Bondi doing looking at X? She should be busy, arresting James Comey or something like that. It's for real, I'm not kidding. That's what I'm saying. That's how you know they're not serious at all. Is that they could have had a press conference announcing the indictment of Comey. Don't they have enough evidence on that? That in a all-nighter or maybe in prep for knowing you're going to get this job, put all that stuff together and have it set up so that when you get in there, you're 24 hours away from doing it or something like that?
But my children would not know it. I'd feel like, oh my God, Mom.
Cash, Kash Foundation. So people are saying, oh, come on, give him a chance. No, I'm not saying put James Comey back in. I'm saying go indict James Comey. But we've had enough of this, give it a chance. We've had Jeff Sessions. We've had Bill Barr. And people are like, oh, give him a chance. I was like, now, wait a minute. I didn't know anything about Jeff Sessions. But with Bill Barr, I did say right away, hey, wait a minute. Oh, what's that? I can't even see what it says. I do like that airplane dragging an advertisement method of advertising. But, yeah, no, I mean, with Bill Barr, I said, wait a minute, no. We can't have Bill Barr. This is an Iran-Contra criminal. And so, I mean, kind of like a little bit of the same problem here, not quite the same scale with Kash Patel, but I'm saying he's in business with Stephen Biss. I mean, he was. Stephen Biss, obviously, I guess, isn't in business anymore. I don't even know if the guy is still alive. But, I mean, this is extremely bad. In my view, it seems to be. And then look, right out of the gate, I said this on X earlier today, one of the most impressive things so far about Donald Trump 2.0 presidency is that he just came out swinging and he's connecting so many punches. I mean, telling Zelensky to piss off. Everything he's done has been stellar. And by contrast, Pam Bondi shows up and it's just fuck up after fuck up. She comes on stage and she's like, oh, I'm pressing charges against Letitia James and Kathy Hochul. That you should have pressed charges. Prosecutorial misconduct, corruption, any of this evidence that Sal Greco and Sam Antar have brought forward about Letitia James. Just get right on that and indict her for that. And then show how it's the same exact thing that she accused Trump of. Like, what the hell are they doing? How do we know all this and they don't? And if they do, what are they doing? We see they're interacting on an individual level. Pam Bondi blocked Laura. Instead of getting in these catty little high school fights, why doesn't she look at some of the information and figure out, indict somebody, damn it? This should be a hammock or something. It's avocado as art. Oh, well, so the other thing is, I'm heading down here. I was a little disappointed. I found out about this Tesla. They had a big protest over here yesterday. But I was sort of walking around Manhattan looking to see what's up. Wasn't down here. And I guess they put out some sort of, Antifa-style call to action. I don't know. I didn't see that. Very strange. It's interesting how they can target these messages. I mean, a lot of people frequently would be like, hey, Jason, look at this happening in New York. Nobody did. How do they do that? Target those kind of messages. Just a coincidence, I guess. But anyway, we saw there was tons of people down there. Oh yeah, so this is what I wanted to say about it. There was some video footage from Olia Scootercaster. She always seems to know when these things are popping off. Maybe she's much better at monitoring the internet than I am. But she had some video on X where this woman, people were inside the Tesla place and banging on the windows and everything. And then one of the women who was inside there is somebody who we've seen before at these events. See, and the thing is, I guess this goes in the category of plausible deniability. But when they put together these events, it's basically impossible to know if that's, just a legitimate crazy New York leftist who hears about a riot or, a protest planned on Twitter, X, and goes there, versus, some group getting together and telling these people, hey, everybody go there. I mean, there's a ton of people going. Just because I didn't hear about it doesn't mean other people didn't. So here we have, I think, new benches. There's a whole new section coming in.
I think you already have it. What am I going to do the next 6 months until the
I guess next summer. I don't know. In China, this would be built in a week. Where the hell is everybody? I'm up here all days of the week. I've never seen anybody working on this. Obviously, they're doing it. It is getting built, but pretty slow. Unusually slow, Brett. Oh, look. Now, wait a minute. Are these the original train tracks that they're doing something with? It looks like maybe. Yeah, because, for people who joined late, the High Line here, it used to be an elevated section of the subway. I think Charles said he remembers when it was actually, functioning as a train. Certainly before my time. This is a weird jam up here that we don't usually get. Maybe we were having some sort of emergency international European summit right there of people who don't know how to fucking walk. But okay, so now they are doing that European summit with Zelensky. See, they just don't want to do whatever it is that Trump wants to do. It's amazing. It's so annoying how they do this. They just can't stop. That Zelensky is such a punk bitch. Coming to the White House and saying, oh, you're gonna feel it. It's like, all right, you know what? Get the hell out. Trump did exactly the right thing. Zero criticism of that. Get the hell out. He was maybe too polite. Now, okay, so we have this big construction deal happening on that part of the High Line. Normally the kind of food section, food court or whatever that usually is. It changes all the time, actually, so I don't know, maybe they'll do something. What are they going to do with it? Again, ghost construction project. When is anybody working on that? Now, this was also a restaurant before. Yeah. Back to windy as hell. Okay, so we're getting close to where the protest happened because I saw it was under the Standard Hotel there. Super windy on Diddle Island today. Yeah, it's pretty empty up here because it's freezing. It was like 60 yesterday and it's in the 20s now. Freezing. Okay, the wind stopped. So yeah, I don't think anybody's going to get any kind of satisfaction in terms of this Epstein release, pardon the pun, from Pam Bondi or Kash Patel. And the fact that they haven't said anything, very disappointing. What do people in the comments think about that? I'm disappointed. Are you? Let me know in the comments. So, let's see who else is up here on the High Line. Right, so down there is where the protest was happening. We'll head down there and have a look if they did any damage. 2.2 billion and 5,000 missiles. Well, what are they going to do with those missiles? Shoot them at Russia? It's just going to piss off. It's so windy today. They're just going to piss off Putin more. I don't understand why Putin hasn't. It seems like Zelensky, he's in danger. So Islet Y says we need all the files to be available. I mean, look, I agree. But in my view, and the point I'm trying to get across, is that this whole fiasco about the files don't actually matter. I think in a general sense, we already know a lot of people who were involved with this guy. It's not about the files. It's about, why don't you indict somebody? Why don't they indict Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, anybody? You know, we know Bill Clinton, they got photographs of the guy on the jet. You have that letter from Dershowitz, which says that Ep was involved in creating the Clinton Foundation, or no, the Clinton, I think, Global Initiative, or whichever one it was. Just say, okay, Bill Clinton, you're indicted for that. And look at all this stuff connected to Jeffrey Epstein. Do that. Forget about the list. I don't care about the list. It's sensationalized bullshit. Indict somebody. You know who should be releasing lists like this? Julian Assange and James O'Keefe and people like that. Journalists who get information and then release it to provoke people like Pam Bondi and Kash Patel to arrest these people and indict them and prosecute them with criminal charges and find them guilty of something, damn it. The fact that they're crapping around about this list or files or whatever the hell they're even talking about, we don't even know. They're never going to give you that. They're never going to give you that. And they've already proven that they're also never going to indict anybody. It's a game. And when you look through Kash Patel's financial disclosure document, these different LLCs, I feel like we're getting played a little bit more of the same game. Seems to be. In my opinion, so windy. I should have worn a scarf and tucked this thing into that, but then it sounds muffled the whole time. Maybe when I get back down to the street, it won't be so bad. But we'll check out the Tesla dealership. It looked to me like some of the windows got smashed. Maybe. I think you better get busy, bring those robots online, have them set to beat people up. I guess you're not allowed to do that. Elon Musk actually refers to the Isaac Asimov iRobot laws like it's physics, the laws of robotics. So I don't think he would allow a robot. Maybe, I don't know. You're not supposed to be able to hurt a human. I do like this museum. Whitney. They don't have a Bobby museum. Just Whitney. Used to be a guy here selling some kind of Terminator artwork. Seems gone. Oh yeah, by the way, do we see any igloo cooler people? It's a little cold for the sandwich business. That might be more during the week. Although, I don't know, is construction happening on Sunday? These guys are here. Yeah, so I mean, yesterday's riot was sort of scheduled and planned, so I don't expect that we'll see anybody there today, but just to evaluate any potential damage. What do people in the comments think about anything I'm saying here? By the way, don't forget to become a sponsor on Odyssey.com. substack.com/@crowdsourcethetruth. You can now use your regular credit card through the end of March on Odyssey. So that's good news. Thanks to everybody who's sponsoring on Odyssey and also on crowdsourcethetruth.substack.com or subscribestar.com or patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. Yeah, Zelensky is crying to King Charles. So stupid. Oh, that's so funny that Solemn Peace is bringing up 3-card Monty. I meant to mention that. I saw some dude running 3-card Monty up when I was going to my haircut the other day, and I said, wow, I literally haven't seen that since maybe high school or college days. But public service announcement, do not play cards for money with strangers on the street in New York City. Look, here's somebody going to a birthday party. That's a pretty funny hat. But yeah, 3-card Monty on the street. That's so strange that comment just popped up right now. I just saw that yesterday for the first time in such a long time. See, it looks sunny, but it's very cold. When the wind is blowing, it's quite uncomfortable. So it looks calm there now. Maybe they didn't smash the window. Yeah, it looks quite empty today, doesn't it? It's weird. Now, Chicky Rogue says Bear Stearns connections. What do you mean? What Bear Stearns connections? Who has Bear Stearns connections? So here is a robot that could be equipped to fight, I guess. No, it doesn't look broken. I guess I was just mistaken. So, oh no, maybe it is broken. Yeah, it's broken, this one. So use the other door. Not that bad, given the scene yesterday. I don't know if people saw that video, but there was 1 million people over here. Now, what is this? Oh, look. Is that a 456? Oh, bird crap. Wow, that's not really a well-looked after Ferrari. What model is that? Yeah, it's a 456. That's like a super awesome Ferrari. Why does the guy not wash it and have the bird shit? Oh no, he's about to get a ticket. Oh, I got a ticket. Damn, what's with this Ferrari? You're gonna get towed. Oh, scratches on the headlights? Wow. 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 Park your 456 on the street. Maybe that's Elon Musk. So, okay. Window smashed at Tesla. CIA came up with a list. Oh, you're saying Bear Stearns connections with King Charles. Well, also remember King Charles was friends with Jimmy Savile, right? And Robert Maxwell was British, or right? Wasn't he? Somehow British. Yeah. He was a British citizen, wasn't he? I don't know. The whole Dersh being like, oh, no, Epstein definitely was not Mossad or CIA. It's like, Dersh, come on. How does he expect anybody to believe that? I guess that's just his job, though, to be the lawyer, toe the line, and just get everybody to believe that. Now, what is this, an electric M BMW? Does that exist? XM? Or maybe it's not electric. It looks pretty electric. Let's see if the front is, maybe it's not electric. BMWs look crazy lately. It's a quiet Sunday. Look, it's a fat Tony the Tiger. Not fat with a PH. Fat with an F. What is that about? I guess he fell on hard times. All those frosted flakes will go to the waistline. Holy shit, speaking of which. I can't believe they make bulletproof vests that big. The blubber is a added layer of protection. So the other thing that we haven't really heard too much more about is that Apple just decided to give all, information unencrypted to the British government. That's what they want to do here. This is all, it's incremental stuff, right? 9/11 allowed them to bring in all the surveillance. Because think about that. 2001, you did not have a cell phone with the internet on it. I don't even think anybody did, right? It wasn't really until the iPhone and then Android later that everybody started having the internet on the cell phone. So this concept of having a GPS with you everywhere and tracking you, and that's when Caproni was all over the FBI going dark business. And now they have it, right? They have us all in this technocratic web. What's the next thing that they want to do? AI, I guess, obviously. So here we are, though. It's almost like there's Google, there's Apple. Do we have Microsoft around here? Not really. T-Mobile. That's just a cell phone store, though. Oh, hi, Gemini. Google store. This is a whole Google office building right here. It's extremely windy today. So it is Sunday, and I will be joined by Charles later tonight. He's overseas. So it's sad that we can't walk around with Charles anymore, because he always has interesting information about the history of New York and various... Oh, we got a real dog poop problem right there. But anyway, tonight at 8, Charles will join me. Don't miss that. If you aren't already sponsoring the show, please do so on odyssey.com/@crowdsourcethetruth. crowdsourcethetruth.substack.com or subscribestar.com or patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. This is a little tricky with gloves, but let's see. Can we see anybody standing on there? Wow, you can. Holy cow. Whoops, it's very difficult to hold it steady at that magnification level. Isn't that amazing that the phone can zoom that much? I have not been up there, I must admit. The Edge, or whatever that thing is called. It seems sort of scary. I don't know, heights are a reasonable thing to be afraid of. You actually have nothing to fear when it comes to heights. It's the ground that you have to worry about. It's like... I won't say it. This is a fancy place that lots of people like. Tao. It's gigantic in there. I haven't been out to a place like that in so damn long. It's okay. And actually, this used to be... So Catch Steak I haven't been to, but was something else. And it was very nice. They have a whole outdoor... Maybe they've enclosed it now. But, yeah, tons of nice restaurants. I guess. I just never ever go to restaurants anymore. Everything's become so expensive. And by the way, why do you need to go to a restaurant when you can just buy a sandwich from an Igloo cooler? Oh, is this 17th Street? It is. So yeah, I think Twitter completely left You know, when it became X, they closed that office. Does anybody have any idea what Linda Yaccarino does as the CEO of X? I mean, I guess there must be something, but I don't know what it is. She tweets like somebody's mom. I mean, I guess she is, but she's just not exactly the hippest tech CEO around. I don't know, what do people think about this Kash Patel issue? This whole... Yeah, you can count the pigeons up there, right? Why is Saudi investing in AI? Because, you know, well, first of all, whether it's a debate, right? Some people think there's more oil that we've yet to discover than there is oil that we've used. Other people think we're going to run out of oil, you know, some say already. So if you're Saudi and your entire economy, you got to remember, Saudi 1950, they were living in tents. So this whole concept of them having billions of dollars and being a country that anybody in the world cares what they think, it's kind of new. And, you know, when idiots like Joe Biden say, oh, everybody has to throw away their car and buy an electric car for a lot of money. That was a nice dog. Saudi says, oh, we got to diversify. Let's invest in stuff. And also they recognize the power of AI. We still don't really fully understand. Tom says the Ferrari must belong to a woman. My sister's cars always look like piñatas. But why would a woman keep a Ferrari 456? That car's from like the 90s. I think you'd have to be pretty into it to keep it up. That was an anomaly. I don't understand that. See a car like that in condition like that unless you're taking it somewhere to get fixed. Parked on the street with a ticket. That is weird. But see, these things, they're somehow sniffing for something, right? That's some kind of chemical detector or something, I think. I just, you know, and Charles is saying what everybody else is saying, like, well, give them time. And then, you know, all right, you can't come in. Elon Musk is saying, oh, you know, you don't get power in a day here, and it's like you're the captain of the ship where everybody, okay, maybe. But don't act like that's a surprise. You knew that's what you were getting into. If you are the captain of the ship and you know you're entering a hostile environment, there's a way you have to do that. Freshly stolen? No, it had a vanity license plate on it that said it was a 456. I don't know. Some weird, maybe somebody used to have money and now they can't afford to fix it. Then why are they driving it around? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Steve McQueen's Ferrari? I don't think I saw Tower Heist. Did he drive a 456 in that? I don't remember Tower Heist. Is that with Eddie Murphy? I don't know. Do people think that that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel are going to give us anything on the Epstein stuff, or it's just going to be one disappointment after the next? Oh, yeah, Cuomo running for mayor, like one idiot after the next, right? We don't need him. Here's the future of garbage. And a dog wearing a jacket. Why wouldn't you? It is cold. Right, they're going to audit Ukraine. Well, I don't know. So now Europe just gave him money. Obviously, they're defying Trump. They want to turn everybody against Trump and America in favor of Ukraine to go to war with Russia. Stupidest idea ever. I hope Trump just makes a treaty with Putin. Let him destroy Ukraine and we'll come clean it up after he's done, if that's how Zelensky wants to handle it. I don't mean to laugh. People will die if that happens, but Zelensky is an idiot, and he's doing this to steal money. Seems obvious. See, the wind is annoying because I don't have enough hands to shield the microphone. It's interesting. See, I would expect there to be sort of more people out today. I don't know if anybody ever hears about that type of activity going on with the, maybe it's less windy down a side street here. Like the attack on the Tesla place. Send me a DM and I'll go. I'll check it out if I'm able to. If you aren't following on X, at JG_CSTT. I don't have any confidence in Pam Bondi or Kash Patel, I have to say. I mean, you know, those agencies, to whatever extent they're on autopilot, and, you know, Charles was like, oh, they got the Mexican cartel guys. Was that Kash Patel who did that? Or is that something that they've been working on for months and maybe years, that this is when that was going to happen no matter what? I don't know. And I mean, like I said, if he was the people's FBI director, why not come out with a podcast and say, hey, this is exactly what's happening. This is the person who's obstructing the documents. And we're doing this, we're doing that. By tomorrow, we're going to... See, so this is a plan of bullshit that's unraveling, in my opinion. Oh, it's so much quieter on this street, isn't it? This is like Sesame Street. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A lot of dog poop smeared on the sidewalk in the neighborhood. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's funny, right? Stop right in front of it. Yeah, I mean, and the coordinated messages from Zelensky, thank you. I just was so taken back to the crazy days of getting divorced from my wife with this type of outrageous behavior. I don't see how Zelensky ever became president. They got to kick him out. He's not the president anymore. I don't see how anybody can defend that guy or anything going on in that war. Where is Bill Clinton, by the way, with all of the talk of Epstein files? And why is it just the FBI? There should be a ton of files with the Palm Beach sheriff. We're going to have to hear about what they did with all the stuff they took from Dugan. They're not talking about any of that. This is all just a superficial, nonsense. It's almost like Pam Bondi wants clicks. So wait a minute. Loco Valdez says, don't worry about any of this. The world ends next week. What the hell are you talking about? Look, there's the Empire State Building poking up. From what will the world end next week? That's not a good prognosis. I hope that's incorrect. But fill us in. What do you know? Why is the world going to end next week? I don't think that's correct. Yeah, dangerous D-sacks. Where is Obama? Good question. Hiding out. He's like John Cryer. Now, what is that? I'm sure I've walked by it before. Can people see that from here? Weird bird logo. There's all kinds of strange stuff around New York City, Oh yeah, there's that Target where the cops refuse to identify themselves. Target is an absolute piece of crap. I hate it. I'm not going back there. Yeah, see, they absorbed CVS Pharmacy. There used to be a Dwayne Reed over there, 1 block away, and also Rite Aid, but now you have that with CVS in it. Oh yeah, and Popeyes. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, this is kind of like pretty crapped out, this area. This whole building just got built. And they're modernizing BBQs, I guess. I don't know what the hell they're doing with that. Target, yeah, such a huge disappointment. Oh yeah, and the other thing I wanted to show people over here, I put it on Twitter, just a picture of it. They demolished the movie theater. No more movie theater over here. Chelsea Cinemas crushed. And I mean, you know, I don't know, I particularly have a love for the Chelsea Cinema, although that was my neighborhood movie theater for a long, long time. I've been there a million times. It's just kind of a sign of the times that movies, the concept of transporting yourself to a physical location to watch a movie is a little crazy. See, it's totally demoed. Now, Detroit Pizza, I guess they're open. Somebody just smashed their window. Get a better view of the demoed movie theater. Yeah, all the dogs are wearing jackets today. Too cold. Let's see, are the asshole cops still here at Target? Can't really see through the one-way glass. There's the demoed movie theater. Look at that. I mean, it didn't make sense to me for the longest time to have such a gigantic building there, and how many people were possibly going to the movies. Had to be losing a ton of dough. So I guess, I don't know, they could put anything there. Apartments, shopping. It's pretty giant. I guess they're still taking it apart. It looks more destructed today than it did the other day. But this is another one. Where the hell is everybody? I mean, it's Sunday now, so they're not working on the demolition at the moment. See, this guy's got Target bags. I guess he's shopping there. Well, we'll speak to Charles tonight. He always has a more positive outlook on these things than I do, as far as Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. And, well, Dan Bongino, how could I forget? You know, the deputy director has a very important operational role, I think, in the day-to-day stuff going on. He supposedly knows everything about Hillary Clinton. Why didn't that dream team get together and on day one have a big Jeffrey Epstein press conference and say, okay, all the evidence that everybody has known about these people for years that nobody has ever done anything about, we're going to do something about. We're indicting Bill and Hillary Clinton over, you know, finance, whatever, to do with all the tons of evidence that Charles has presented for years and all of the Epstein Island stuff that everybody knows about. And then, by the way, here's this website over here with all this other stuff. Look, AT&T went out of business. I don't really care. Well, but I mean, everything is going out of business. So from that standpoint, I do care. We want the neighborhood to be economically viable. That lady enjoyed becoming part of the show, I guess. That's really it for now. I just wanted to check out that Tesla attack scene. People are going nuts, you know. But if you think about it, really, it's the same method as George's brother, right? They don't like what you're doing politically, so they go attack your business, because that'll stop you. And that's what they're doing to Elon Musk. It's really pretty clearly defined tactics. Well, Vance didn't hijack the conversation. He's the vice president, and he's there in the room. He's allowed to say something in support of the president. It was Zelensky who committed the diplomatic faux pas by changing it from a press conference to a debate with J.D. Vance when he turned the questioning to Vance. Oh yeah, the other thing I was thinking about is I was getting pissed off the other day because I've been spending so much money. See, this is the perfect example. It's happening right now. I was spending so much money on all this failover stuff, and I have like 4 cell phone subscriptions now, and yet there was still interference, and I was like, damn it. So I was thinking, it's possible, because remember they were installing these poles, and we don't really know what those poles do, but there's some sort of, we have this whole congestion pricing now. Maybe it's using some kind of Wi-Fi something or other that is interfering. Oh, why is there no cookie line right now? Normally there's a huge line for the crumble cookie. Maybe it's closed Sunday? Yeah, it's closed, I guess. So there you go. No cookies for you. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Please become a sponsor. Go to odyssey.com/@crowdsourcethetruth, crowdsourcethetruth.substack.com, or subscribestar.com, or patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. Thanks, everybody. See you tonight with Charles.